have one more preseason game. Yes, the NFL only holds 3 in the 2025 season, and it's against the Vikings. But to be honest, I'm kind of over the preseason. You get to that high of like, oh, football is back. But unfortunately, you kind of get tired of it, and you want the actual real thing. Welcome into Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And yeah, I'm ready for the regular season. I'm ready for these games to count. Because reminder to everybody that preseason does not matter. Teams could go 3-0 in the preseason, and then you might lose all of your games. You still does not matter. So if you're ready for the regular season already like I am, spam your 10s. I want to see all of them down below in the comments section. And on today's show, well, we're going to be talking about the final preseason game because it's still a game we're still going to watch, and we're still going to break it down for you guys. So I will give you 5 Tennessee Titans to watch for in their preseason finale against the Vikings. Now let's just get started to it. And the first one, it's obvious. It's got to be your franchise quarterback. It's got to be your starting quarterback, Cam Ward. And a lot of the guys, a lot of the teams, they're not playing their starters in this final preseason game. I guarantee you J.J. McCarthy probably won't play in the final preseason game. But Tennessee Titans head coach Brian Callahan said that he does intend to play the starters Friday night in the preseason finale. And for Cam Ward, I'll just say it like the second game against the Falcons was not good. 2 for 7. Like, it was okay. You kind of just want to take this game and finish it on a high note. Get that motivation. Get that momentum. Get that confidence going in to the regular season because you're going up against a gauntlet. You're going up against the Denver Broncos week 1 in Denver, and they have one of the best defense, if not the best defense in the league. You could see, like, 5 for 8 the first game against Tampa Bay. Good, 67 yards. 3 of those 5 completions were to Calvin Ridley. And then, unfortunately, against Atlanta, you had that Van Jefferson drop, 2 for 7, not your best looks. But he's looked good at practice. He's looked pretty good, and I hope that he gets his confidence level good because, like I said, you got a absolute fight week 1 for your actual NFL debut, not just your preseason debut. If you're excited to see Cam Ward play football once again because you're going to be seeing him Friday night, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. And now the second one is a guy that Titans fans probably aren't too happy with because you have the emergence of Elegay Manor and you have Van Jefferson. I expect him to play tomorrow. And it could be a show out for if he's going to make this roster. This is my depth chart. The unofficial depth chart has Van Jefferson listed as that wide receiver 3, but as I've seen Elegay Manor throughout the postseason or throughout the preseason, he looks good. I like his route running, and Van Jefferson just has not been productive. We've seen him in practice, dropping balls. A couple practices ago, you saw him. He was on the jugs machine because he was dropping passes nonstop. And then during the preseason, 3 targets, no receptions, no yards, and then you got him, Elegay Manor, your rookie out of Stanford, 7 targets, 2 receptions for 47 yards. Yeah, he has 7 targets and only 2 catches, but a couple of them were overthrown. And you see right here the drop that heard around the world or seen around the world. Van Jefferson, just unbelievable. I feel like if he doesn't play good, he might get cut. He might be off the roster because they see that. The Titans see, hey, we really don't need him if Elegay Manor has kind of emerged as he's going to be a good rookie. You already have Tyler Lockett. James Prochet is going to make this team. I see Bryce Oliver making this team, and then it kind of just leaves him in the dust. Third guy to watch for, and it's the linebacker battle, the linebacker 2. This is your biggest position battle going into that final preseason game because this game determines who is going to be that starting linebacker between James Williams II and between Cedric Gray because you already have Cody Barton lined up as that number 1 Mike backer spot. But you see here, James Williams is going to be that linebacker too. Cedric Gray could be in here, and we don't know who's going to be the starter. Cedric Gray's dominated preseason. James Williams dominated training camp, and that's why he was placed there. But since preseason has started, you see Cedric Gray blowing up the Falcons' offensive line, like getting to the quarterback. Easton Stick couldn't stand a chance against him. And then, of course, you get pressure on him once again, force an interception. He has been that biggest contributor to this defense, and he's slowly earning his spot. But That final game is going to determine it because I know that James Williams wants to be a starter, and he could be a breakout candidate going from the safety position all the way down to the linebacker position. Going to break down 2 more players to watch for in tomorrow night's preseason game. But first, I got to welcome back a sponsor to Titans today, and that is Prize Picks. Preseason football is underway, and college football is here. Don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. I made a lineup. And Prize Picks is giving a max discount for week 1 of the NFL season as Dak Prescott, the more on 0.5 passing yards. Just has to get 1. And then some season-long player projections. Calvin Ridley, he's going to get 1,200 yards. Go with the more on 925.5 receiving yards. And the more for Tony Pollard on 900.5 rushing yards. Tony Pollard had 1,000 last year. I'm expecting him to go on the more on that one. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks. Run your game. All right, the next guy that we're going to have to look at, fan favorite, but I'm going to apologize to some of these Titans fans because you're not going to like what you're about to hear. And that is because Xavier Restrepo is not going to make the 53-man roster. I think his fate has been set. Throughout the training camp, it was really looking. I had a big prediction that he was going to make this team, and I was dead wrong. And I'll own up to it. Completely wrong. Because you see, in 2 preseason games, only 32 snaps and 4 targets. They haven't been targeting the ball. 2 catches. He didn't have a single catch in that first preseason game. He got 2 catches in the second one and only for 18 yards. It seems like that they know who their wide receivers are going to be. It's going to take an absolute miracle for Xavier Restrepo to make this team. I know Cam Ward has a lot of impact on it, but he's going to have to ball out against the Vikings. He's probably going to get his opportunity, but I would say he's got to catch at least 7, 8 passes for him to make this roster. I expect him to be on the practice squad, which is a good thing, and if someone, unfortunately, I'm a knock on wood, gets hurt, you could see him be activated to the 53-man, but I see him being on the practice squad. And the last guy is your safety, Kendall Brooks. And Kendall Brooks wasn't a name I was really talking about during the entire training camp, but during the Falcons, he started to cook. And you have your safeties. You have Amani Hooker. You have Xavier Woods. I expect Kevin Winston Jr., as he's coming back from injury, to kind of be that third guy. And then you brought back Quandre Diggs, who is Cam Ward's cousin. But I expect the Titans to have 5 safeties on this roster. And it's coming down to him and Mike Brown for that last spot. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't really heard a lot of things about Mike Brown. The more if you type in Mike Brown on Google, the New York Knicks head coach pops up, not the Titans safety. If you type in Kendall Brooks, you see a great pick 6 from last week in Atlanta. Easton Stick was looking down his wide receiver the whole entire way, and next thing you know, well, boom. He jumps the route, immediately goes to an interception. He's also looked good in he's also looked in the first preseason game. He's looked good at training camp. So I think that he's made his name known to be that 5th safety spot on this roster, make the team, and unfortunately for Mike Brown, you might be going also to the practice squad, or you could get picked up by another team on the waiver wire once we get to cut down day on August 26th. Who you got for the game, though? Let me hear it. Type your 10s in the chat, or type if you're typing Minnesota. What are you doing watching this video? What are you doing? Type your 10s or type your Minnesotas. I got the Titans in this one. It's at home, thank God, because they've been on the road the last couple days, which is unfortunate to say because the Titans fans, they want to see Cam Ward in a jersey playing football, but you finally get to see it most likely Friday night. So go ahead, also while you're down there, hit that sub button. We got you covered almost every single day. We're going to recap the game right here on Titans Today. We'll have a video out for you on this channel after the game is over. So make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, tighten up.